How many times have you guys lost your bankroll? This is a problem in the sports betting industry all the time. You make a bankroll and you end up losing it all right? Once you set yourself a bankroll, you need to ensure that you never lose that bankroll again in your sports betting career. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and explain multiple steps on how to keep that bankroll, secure it, and never lose all of it. Now, if you guys like this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Also, in the comment section, make sure you guys comment down how many times have you guys lost your bankroll completely. Comment down below and let us know. In the description, guys, make sure you guys check out our website at linemakersports.com if you want our picks and our plays. Hit the subscribe button as well and hit that bell for notifications. That way you guys are notified every single time we pump out one of these informational videos for you, the sports bettor. If you're looking for a sports book to bet with, an online sports book, the link for BetUS is in there. They are a legit 100% very good sports book to use. All right, guys. So make sure you guys click the link in the description and sign up with them, and you'll get a good deposit bonus when you do that. So you can use them no matter where you're at in the world. You can use, if it's legal, illegal, it does not matter. You can use them wherever. So make sure you guys in the description visit the link for BetUS. All right, guys, without further ado, let's get over to the whiteboard and I'm going to show you guys how to never lose your bankroll again. What's up, guys? I'm Frank from Linemaker Sports. Now, when I first started out sports betting, honestly, I didn't even know what a bankroll was when I first started it out, and this is something that is a must, and you need to know what your bankroll is, and you need to know exactly how to never lose it. Now, we did make another video that shows you from starting from zero. Now, that instructs you when you're starting from nothing. This is a video to instruct you when you have your bankroll, how to secure it and to never lose it again, because that's very important, all right? Because how many times have you guys had your bankroll and you go on a little bit of a losing streak? Now you start tilting, now you start feeling the eager to double it up, triple it up. Before you know it, you shattered your whole bankroll or half of it or 3/4 of your bankroll. Then you really have nothing left, and then you just say, screw it, I'm just gonna throw the rest of it on one game. Then you end up losing that game as well, and you got absolutely nothing to work with, all right? I'm gonna ensure in this video that you guys never lose your bankroll again, and I'm going to show you reasons why it's basically impossible. As long as you follow these steps, it's impossible for you to lose your whole entire bankroll. So let's get into it. All right, the first thing is going to be what your bet unit size is going to be. Obviously, this is basic betting right here, but we're going to go over it just so that way you guys are ensured that you guys know. Bet 1 to 2% of your bankroll. All right, so 1 to 2% of your bankroll is going to be your unit size. Now, the reason for this is an example. I'm using $1,000 bankroll here for an example. That would be $10 to $20 bets. That would be your unit size, $10 to $20 bets. Now, let's say you have one of those horrible days, because they come. It happens to everybody. Professionals, happens to me, it happens to our company, it happens to professional sports bettors all over the world. It happens to average sports bettors. No matter who you are, there's going to be losing days. There's going to be losing streaks. It happens. You got to get used to it. All right. So let's use it for an example. Let's say this day you go 0-7. All right. It was a horrible day. You just shattered. You couldn't win nothing. You just end up going 0-7. You lose 7 units. All right. So if you're betting 1% of your bankroll, you only lost $70 out of your $1,000 bankroll. So out of this terrible day that mentally you're going to be totally shot and be like, I don't even know if I could bet on sports ever again because I couldn't even get one win that day. You only ended up losing $70. Now betting 2%, you lost $140. That doesn't even really make that big of a dent in your bankroll whatsoever. Using $1,000 bankroll, which is a basic amount, it doesn't really make a dent. And you got to understand that to lose your whole bankroll and betting at 1 to 2%, for 1%, you need to lose 100 straight bets, and then you would lose your $1,000 bankroll. So that is, I don't want to say anything's impossible, but that's pretty much impossible, guys. You're not going to lose 100 straight bets in a row unless you are historically the worst sports bettor of all time, which is something that probably is never going to happen when it comes to sports betting. You're not going to lose that many bets. Even if you're betting 2%, you got to lose 50 straight bets. So losing 50 straight bets, that's pretty bad, and that's never really going to happen, all right? That's very hard to hit a roll like that. And if you do, halfway through that roll, you should realize that you probably should just be betting the opposite of what it is that you think is going to win. So betting, like I said, 1 to 2% of your bankroll, this is going to ensure right here, just this step right here should ensure that you never lose that bankroll whatsoever. Because once you establish a nice bankroll, it's almost impossible to lose that entire bankroll as long as you are following a unit size and you're betting 1 to 2% of your bankroll. Like I said, you got to think mentally. An 0-7 day will really mess with you because you'll be thinking like, oh man, God, this is terrible, I can't win a bet. But in reality, when you just look at it, it's not that much money that you lost. You didn't lose that much in your bankroll. You didn't make that big of a dent. All right. So one thing, make sure you're betting 1 to 2% of your bankroll. That right there is one step that will definitely ensure that you never lose your bankroll. All right. So the next thing we're going to get into here is stay disciplined. All right. Staying disciplined is probably one of the most important things in sports betting. Alongside with your bankroll management, staying disciplined is very, very important. Now, what that entails is no tilting, which means tilting over and spending all your money and all your bankroll and not using a unit size and just start chasing your bets, which means no chasing, all right, which means no doubling up. So you avoid all that stuff. You have to avoid all of that. You got to stay disciplined. As long as you stay disciplined and you don't do any of these three things, you don't tilt, double up, or chase, which is basically all tilting. If you don't do any of that, then you are never going to lose your bankroll whatsoever. You will never lose it. Now, a lot of times, this is just, human nature. When you're losing, you start going and you want to start doubling up. You want to start chasing your losses. That's what tilting is. So you start making stupid bets. So you make stupid bets with excessive money that you don't really need to be even spending in the first place. And that causes you to take a big dent into your bankroll. If not, you end up losing all of your bankroll because of doing something stupid like that. So you need to stay disciplined and you have to avoid these three things back here. No tilting, no doubling up, no chasing, which are all basically the exact same thing. So make sure you guys stay disciplined when it comes to sports betting so that way you can secure your bankroll. All right, let's get into the last thing here. Basically, those first two things that I told you guys, those are definitely the most important things in sports betting. In general, those are very important things that you need to know, and that is how you're successful in sports betting. The next thing is training your mind, all right? Because your mind is definitely something that comes into play when it comes to losing money, even when winning money. That it's just, you need to rewire your mind and you need to make sure that you are down to earth and you know exactly what you are doing and you don't get emotional and you start doing stupid stuff. We did make another video about, your mindset and everything. We go through everything inside your mindset in that video. So if you're interested in that, make sure you guys check this out. But this is definitely one of the things that entails never losing your bankroll. When you're able to train your mind, you're able to, like I said, not tilt, because that's a mental thing as well. You get that urge, you get that emotion, the emotion takes over you, you end up spending stupid amounts of money that you don't need to spend, and then you end up losing half your bankroll, if not all of it. You always got to think to live to bet another day. If you live to bet another day, tomorrow you wake up, it's a new day, guys. You could recover all those losses in one day if you have a good day. That 0-7 day could easily be a 7-0 day. And then followed up by a couple 5-2 days, or you can go 3-0, or you can go 4-0, and then that 0-7 day doesn't even exist anymore. It's out of your mind. See, it's that simple, because you got to think long term. When you're thinking long term, one bad day shouldn't ruin 30 to 29 days left that you have in a month. One day should not ruin that, all right? So there's no way you should go 0-50 on the first day of the month and then you're screwed for the rest of the month. That should never happen, okay? So even if you go have a day that's 0-7 in a month, which usually happens, honestly in sports betting, this happens maybe once or twice a month. Once or twice a month, you hit a very, very bad day. You can't avoid them. You really can't. Believe me, it's very, very tough to avoid those, but it happens. So once or twice in a month, you do have those days where it goes 0-7, or you have like a 2-7 or 1-5 day or something like that. Depends, just a bad day in general, no matter what it is that you're betting. So to avoid your emotion taking over, you need to train your mind to think, to live to bet another day. So as long as you can wake up that following day and get right back at it, eventually you're going to recover those losses, and that 0-7 day, that bad day, will not exist, because 5 good days and 1 bad day, they trump each other. Okay, so as long as you have better days than you have losing days, you're going to be able to trump your losses no matter what. And you got to train your mind to think that, because if not, 1 or 2 bad days consecutively, and then you start tilting and throwing money at stupid places, your whole bankroll is absolutely gone. And then you cannot live to bet another day because you have to wake up and you got no money to play with. So you got to avoid that at all costs. You always got to think tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow there's new bets. Tomorrow could be a great day and I can make back. You know how many times, just for an example, I want to use this as an example, how many times that we have had days that were really bad. Okay, we've had these 0-7 days, 0-6 days. We've had days like this. There's been so many multiple times that that's happened. The day after goes like 5-0 or 6-0. So that is, it happens like that, followed by a outstanding day. Definitely just knock that bad day out for the whole entire month. You got that bad day out and it's done. You follow it by a terrific day, and then look, the rest of the month you could think of, I already got my bad day out of the month. So your mindset's already thinking, all right, I can just move on now. So you got to just think like that. But you go 0-7 and then the next day you threw all your money away. You know, there's no chance of you going 6-0 because you don't got no bankroll left. So you got to think, guys. You got to think in your mind. This is definitely a mental game as well as any other aspect to this game. So let's go through it one more time with these 3 things to avoid ever losing your bankroll again. First one was going to be 1 to 2% of your bankroll. That's your unit size. That's what you should bet till the day you die. All right. Unless you want to, like I said, there's other videos where you can get riskier and go up to 5% or whatever. But this is protecting your bankroll video. So protecting your bankroll and making and ensuring that you never lose it ever again. You're betting 1 to 2% of your bankroll. The next thing is staying disciplined. Staying disciplined, one of the most important things, making sure you don't tilt, you don't chase, you don't double up your bets, triple up your bets, throw your whole entire bankroll on one game. Making sure you don't do that. You got to stay disciplined, and followed by training your mind, because your mind controls what you are going to do. Your emotions, all that, you need to keep those in check, and you need to make sure that you always live to bet another day. Those are the 3 most important things right there that ensure that you will never go broke in the sports betting world ever again. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video on how to never lose your bankroll again. If you did enjoy that, make sure you guys give us a thumbs up. Also, in the comment section, make sure you guys put your stories down there. It's a good little venting section for everybody. We've noticed that on your little bad stories that, you know, you just want to get out there, make sure you throw them in the comment section. It's good just to get it out there. Make sure you guys subscribe to our channel and hit that bell for the notifications, so that way you guys are the first to get notified every time we pump out one of these informational videos. Also in the description, if you guys are interested in our website at linemakersports.com, the link is in there. BetUS, which is a sports book that we advise that a lot of people use, because no matter where you are in the world, you could use this sports book. All right, so if it's legal or illegal in your state, you're able to use it as well. Also, they got a bunch of different stuff on there. They got live dealers and stuff if you're interested in the blackjack game and all that other stuff. So it is a pretty good sports book to be a part of. If you are interested in that, make sure you guys visit the link in the description. As always, guys, I'm Frank with Linemaker Sports. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, I'm out.